Hey, it's PJ, and it is episode number 25, I think, of the PJ and Pals podcast. I think I lost count. I think it's either 25 or 26, which is amazing. I love that there's so many episodes that I'm losing count. But this one, Matt is back on the podcast. We talk about a few things, about our wives, about life, just random stuff here and there. Road rage. It's kind of a generic all over the place podcast. We do talk about Game of Thrones, the newest episode. He hasn't seen it, but he knows about some of the spoilers. And then we also talk about Endgame, Avengers Endgame. We do not talk about Endgame till later on in the podcast. So if you haven't seen it yet and you don't want it spoiled, I made sure that we saved it to the end of the podcast. So you can still enjoy probably the first half hour or so, 45 minutes. And then we give plenty of warning that we are going to talk about Endgame with spoilers. Thank you again for listening. I was told multiple times this week from people that they check it out and then they enjoy it and they think I sound good and natural and I'm not boring. I appreciate it more than you can ever imagine. Thank you so much for making these first 25 episodes amazing, and I love it, and I'm going to keep doing it. So thank you very much. Here we go, episode number 25 or 26 with Matt the Palala.
By the way,
They're 100% flipping.
Yeah, 100%. If you notice, by the way,
Yeah.
my eyes have a little bit of a dark tinge to it. It's because I was wearing eyeliner today.
Oh, why?
It's for a contest that we're doing. It's the Cry Pretty contest, and Carrie Underwood has a song called Cry Pretty, where she wears makeup where she's crying, but it's all sparkly.
Yeah.
So for the contest, for promotions, the on-air staff had to do it.
Yeah.
So I had mascara on today.
Oh, that's not bad. If you're wondering why my eye is a little black.
What's the deal? Yeah, you got a scratch in your head.
So Saturdays is little glove sparring, we call it, right?
Sounds cute.
We all spar in little gloves. It's more timing, a lot of grappling and wrestling and stuff. So one of our coaches, Vince, good guy, much bigger than us, and he's never fought pro MMA. He's getting ready for his first pro MMA fight. He's like, a bully's not a good word. He's just so good and bigger than us that anything he does is just excruciating.
Does he mean to do it, or is he just that good?
No, he has no, like...
He's a bit of a bully.
yeah. But it's funny because he was talking to us about going to another gym to spar with some bigger guys, and he says, like, yeah, when I spar them, like, it was totally different because I wasn't pulling my punches and stuff, and the three of us, the three pros, just look at each other like...
Pulling your punch?
He pulls his punches. What the hell's going on? Why does this all hurt so bad? Anyways, so we do little glove sparring Saturdays. He never comes, and he came, and he's getting ready for a fight, and so that hurt.
Okay, that explains the thing on the head then.
Yeah.
Did he scratch you, or it was a punch?
That was an elbow.
I have a question for you.
His elbow pad slipped down. He just elbowed me in the face, and he was like, sorry about that. Leo!
John, I have a question for you about one of the videos that you posted onto Facebook. Here it is.
10 and 12 young teenagers.
So it's with your wife, Samantha. Is this the one where Ramley keeps zooming in on April?
No.
Or no, I guess that's MJ, isn't it?
Yeah.
You had one video that you posted either on Facebook or...
It would have been in the YouTube page, yeah.
Okay, whatever. But it kept zooming in on MJ here, and that's all it was doing. And it was actually...
It from this?
Maybe. But it was maniacal. It was actually scary.
Oh, I didn't do
Did
that
you not mean to do that?
No.
Because something was going on. It was either on... But it might have been on Facebook, because I don't see it on YouTube.
I can't watch the whole hour.
No, but it was like a video, I think, on Instagram. It was like a minute long. It might even be the one I was just watching. I'm gonna let it run for a second here. But it was like it kept just zooming in on MJ, and it was the creepiest bloody thing.
Was it done from a phone?
I was watching it from my phone.
Yeah, that doesn't mean if it was done.
Well, I don't know if it was done by a phone.
Maybe Fez is playing with it. Maybe he did it.
Maybe.
Because Fez has control of the Facebook page.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
I liked him and his brother on here.
His cousin, yeah.
How was this his cousin?
Yeah.
How was it doing it with one mic? With two people?
Well, Andre didn't really talk a whole lot. Like Fez really took control because Andre obviously knows the stuff, but and he saw the movie. That saved the Endgame talk to the end because
You got into it. I was gonna say
because some people haven't seen the movie yet and they haven't watched.
You guys freaking spoiled it already in the last
yeah, but they
episode.
haven't watched that episode, so I want to talk to you about stuff and be funny, and then at the end we'll talk about Endgame.
That's fine. We'll talk about it at the end. I get that.
So no
maybe
spoilers
it's
just
not
yet.
from here.
Okay, we'll find it.
Can we talk about what about Game of Thrones? Can we talk about that?
Well, yeah, absolutely, because you haven't seen Game of Thrones, and I'm trying to get you to watch Game of Thrones, and my other buddy, Nick, I'm trying to get to watch Game of Thrones. Leo.
Leo will be fine. You know what, though? With Game of Thrones, so Crave has a 1 month free trial.
Yeah.
And my wife and I have talked about doing the 1 month free trial just for Game of Thrones.
Do it.
Because I can't tell you, PJ, the amount of people who have told me they're jealous that I haven't watched it yet.
Because it's so good.
Because it's so good. And I'm not doubting it's good. I just haven't watched it.
Which is completely fine. Like, I know some people like are out there that they think it's cool to not watch the show.
I hate those people.
No, you're stupid. Like, it's a good show.
I would say they're stupid.
No,
I just don't think it's
dumb. I don't care.
I hate the people. I hate the people, though, because it's the same people who make fun of me for watching sports. Oh, who's winning the sport game? Oh, who scored the most sport points? Like, shut the hell up.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Game of Thrones. If you like it, that's awesome. I don't watch it. I don't make fun of you for watching it. I just don't know jack all about it.
Yeah, and this season, like, because I've been trying to get Nick to watch, because Nick loves Lord of the Rings and stuff, and I'm like, man, you would absolutely love this show.
I thought your friend Nick would 100% watch that show.
And it's not even out there like Lord of the Rings. Like, Lord of the Rings, there's elves and all that crap. This show does not have a lot of that stuff in it.
It does have dragons.
It does, but not even, like, you don't see the dragons till season 2.
How many seasons is Jason Momoa in?
1.
Wow.
And he has about 4 lines in it.
Is it, give me some of that sweet?
No, he goes, ride.
Yeah.
Bend over.
Like this hold on, actually 4 lines. Yeah, give me that. There we go.
Yeah. But this season, so it's 6 episodes, and like a lot of people were like, "Oh, the season's gonna be amazing. They've got so much stuff to do," and like they're like a lot of stuff's happening, but it's almost happening too quick, and you're not really
because they don't have 7 episodes to get it just done.
Yeah,
right?
and you're not really enjoying it, and then I'm sure because you obviously know what's happening. You've heard. I know
Arya killed the Night King. I got that part.
Yeah.
Dude,
for you,
dude. I know, but it's funny, and again,
that's a big deal because it's like the whole time, like it was leading up to be Jon, right? Like Jon was
Snow.
Yeah. He's actually his name's Aegon Targaryen.
Then who's Jon Snow?
Well, that's Jon Snow.
But his actual name is Aegon the Cenarian?
Yeah. Okay, so you don't know about this yet. So that's the biggest.
I'm so excited.
That's the biggest secret in the show.
Okay.
And it's kind of weird because we find out about it before he finds out.
That's one of the issues that I have is apparently the audience knows everything already.
Well, there was a theory of this, and then the theory came to fruition, and everyone was like, "Fuck yeah, I was right." And then there was still like 2 seasons before Jon found out.
That's like when he hooked up with his aunt.
Well, that's the thing. He didn't know it was his aunt.
Like, I'm sorry, if my aunt looked like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the whole thing. Is like we know who Jon Snow is. Everyone
just said I would or my aunt.
I wanted to go right past that because my aunt listens to the show.
Oh yeah, is your aunt hot? Moving on.
Anyways, the show's great, but this season's just been a little like it's been good, but like it's a little like yesterday they were in one town and then like the next scene they're in another town. It's like, no, this should take weeks to get to, you know? Like
besides the coffee cup. And
that was funny. That was just funny. It happened.
You can't say spoiler alert with Game of Thrones because man, that thing, like people live tweet what happens about that show. Endgame, if I still had not seen Endgame, I still wouldn't know the end. I really wouldn't.
Oh, I saw spoilers day of. So I went on the internet because I was off the internet for a week.
Yeah, I know you were.
And then I went on the internet and I was like, everywhere I went, it was bam, bam, bam.
Really?
Bam.
Because I the only reason I saw one, we'll save it to the end.
Yeah.
I saw one thing though that actually show the end scene, like the last scene. Like if I didn't see the movie, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
But I intentionally watched it because I already watched the movie.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like the Spider-Man trailer that just came out.
Yeah.
Tom Holland says if you have not seen Endgame, do not watch this trailer
because it's after Endgame.
Because it's right after Endgame,
and
right?
people are still like in the comments like spoilers and like
he says it. He says if you have not seen this movie, do not watch this trailer.
Yeah, and people are still like, And Avengers has an Instagram page, and they posted about like a week after the movie, they posted like a little like 15-second clip, and it had some images in it from the movie. Now, not like huge spoilers, but like things that happened in the movie that were cool and you didn't know what was going to happen, and everyone was like, spoilers.
Yeah.
And I just had to write a comment. I was like, if you haven't seen Endgame yet, it's been a week.
Yeah.
Don't follow Avengers Instagram.
I think it's been almost. Well,
This
since
was
you
a,
saw it.
yeah,
Since
this
you
was
saw
a
it.
week that I said
So,
this. Yeah.
when would you say? Because again, Game of Thrones, it's live tweeted.
It
it's
happens.
out there.
Yeah.
With Endgame, so for example, with myself, because I have a morning show called Country 1011, The Wake Up Call with Boomer and Dips. Shameless plug. When can I talk about it on air?
So Russo, the director, said 2 weeks. He said
I say 2 weeks too.
After this weekend, we can start talking about. That's why they shared that trailer.
Okay, I agree.
I kind of think like it's a weird thing because what happens in the movie, it's not like we didn't expect it. You know, like something that's going to happen.
You
in a
know,
movie.
there's movies that come after this. Like for example, Spider-Man came out a week later. Like
yeah. Like we know, like there was always like theories, like okay, we knew something was going to happen, blah blah blah. So like
you knew there was a reason why Tony Stark had to be spared.
Yeah, like there's just it's not like I would have been more upset if someone had said in Infinity War that Thanos, everyone gets wiped away.
He wins. Yeah,
that would have upset me more than because some of these spoilers we kind of knew because we knew that it was the end for certain characters,
but you didn't. But you still didn't know.
Yeah, and you didn't know how. And that's
the thing.
How.
And that's the thing, because the ending of it, even I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
It still surprised me, even though I knew.
Yeah.
It still surprised me.
But it was
by the way,
so
if
good.
you Google Thanos,
yeah.
If you look at the right, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the snap. It's
Yeah.
really cool. So if you haven't seen it though, Google Thanos. On the right-hand side, there's a glove. If you click the glove, it snaps its finger, and then half the search things get wiped out.
Yeah, it's made $2 billion. It's already the second highest-grossing movie of all time.
No, I know. What is the first?
Avatar.
It is, eh?
And Avengers only like 0.6 million away. And
It's
Avatar
only been
took
2 weeks.
Avatar took 50 days to reach $2 billion. Endgame took 8. And
that's ridiculous.
But the thing with Avatar, it was in theaters for 3 months. Mm-hmm. It was a special new camera that nobody had seen, and it appealed to everyone.
Yeah,
like the demos. Like my grandma went and saw it. Right?
I never saw it.
Oh, really?
I've never seen it.
It's okay.
I hear it's like Fern Gully. But
yeah, Pocahontas, same thing. Which is funny is the girl who plays Gamora. She's the main character,
right?
Avatar.
Zoe.
So she's in the two highest grossing movies of all time.
So I see a theme here.
Yeah.
That's Zoe.
Her. Yeah.
Whatever her last name is.
Okay, so I had a theme for this episode.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Because I came in here, honestly, I had a quick shower and I thought,
well, because some people when I did an episode with Lyle, he was like, I want to kind of just like have some stuff like written down, like have a more prep show, and I like flying by the seat of my pants, but I always have like an idea of what I want to talk about.
Let's talk. It's your show. Let's do it.
So my break idea was secret lives from our wives. Okay.
Secret lies?
Lives.
Oh, lives.
Yeah, okay. So, because my wife...
You have a lot. I don't think I have that.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of curious. Because I know
often...
my wife doesn't listen to this show.
I thought she did.
No,
she doesn't. You're right. I know my wife doesn't either.
Yeah, okay.
So, maybe she does. I don't know.
So, they're talking about, like, just sneaky ways to hide things. Because someone brought it up to me the other day. Like, I bought 2 new gis, to train in.
Yeah.
And so me and Sam share a bank account, so she sees everything. Leo down. And so how I ordered one of them was I by mistakenly ordered it, and I was just like, "Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I pushed complete sale by mistake
instead of canceled."
Yeah, I'm gonna call them and get a refund. Never got a refund. I just told her, I was like, "Yeah, we got a refund." I just put it in my closet. But I ordered a Ninja Turtle toy last week, and
another one.
Shut up.
What?
Shut up.
Like, dude.
Okay, this is the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and I never ordered them.
I don't care.
So you can only order like a small amount of them, and then the rest you can only get at Comic-Con. Okay? So this one wouldn't ship to Canada. So I was very upset. But I'm in this wedding in Baltimore, and I have to pay for my talks and the hotel and stuff like that. So the couple paid for it up front, and I've just been sending them money.
Oh,
so I shipped it to their house. I just like PayPal'd them extra money, and they ordered it for me.
you're a master.
Yeah,
You are a master.
and there's other things, right? But
Mine would be kind of easy. Like my wife and I don't share. There's a few accounts we don't share. And the reason for it, like for example, like my savings account, like I have my own personal savings account, but that's because, and also my own personal credit card.
Yeah.
And the only reason for that is, I mean, I don't abuse it. Like it's.
No, I
it is-
would, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing but I don't, and I don't because I am smart with my. I would say I'm pretty smart with my money. Not to say you're not, but like with the personal savings account though, that's for gifts. Like that's like if I want to buy, for example, I really want to buy a MacBook.
Yeah.
Like when I bought my iPhone, that was for my savings account. Like I paid for it with my own money. Shayna lost her fucking mind.
Yeah.
You bought it, took that. I'm like, yeah, but it's money I saved up. Anyway.
Yeah.
That aside.
Well, yeah, I've been having that discussion today because I'm about to get a new phone after this podcast.
Like right after? Are you gonna go get it?
Yeah.
Where you going?
Where am I going?
Yeah.
To the mall.
Bayshore?
Yeah.
I was there today. Get my hair cut.
I saw Chris Neal at Bayshore last week.
Who?
He plays hockey. He's a former Sen.
Is he?
Anyways, so other ways that I hide money because I wanted. So I started going to Good Life.
Yes, you have.
But Sam doesn't know because I asked her.
What do you mean Sam doesn't know? You go to Good Life?
Yeah. I go
Well,
during
that's not really a bad secret though. Hey, honey, I'm spending. Was it how much a week?
$60
a month?
Yeah. $15 a week. On a gym membership. She has a gym membership as well, but she goes once a week.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that still going? Because that was I was getting messages like, well, not me, but Shayna was getting messages like daily. I did spin class today.
Yeah, she's been busy. She's doing a lot of books and stuff like that.
I'm busy too. I wake up at 2 a.m. to go to the gym.
Yeah, I know. That's really impressive.
But look at these cuts though, man. I'm fucking huge, eh?
I love it.
I'm
I've been lifting weights for the
You
first
look
time.
good. You look
I
real
feel
good.
bigger,
Yeah,
but
you got
I
some
still got
cuts.
this belly. So now I'm like, I got to lose this belly because I don't like it. So I get up at 4:30 and run.
Right?
Which is like, for most people are like, that's crazy. And I'm like, yeah, but Mac goes to the gym at 3 a.m. and I see his Instagram stories. You know, like that's impressive.
I love going to the gym in the morning. Nobody's there, and then when I'm done, like today, for example, I didn't have to worry about anything except fold laundry and come here.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about the gym.
Yeah.
I'm done. I already did it.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't like lifting weights, but I have a 45-minute lunch. It takes me about 7 minutes to walk to the gym and change. And then I just rip out a bunch of stuff and go home. It's
So you're working
fantastic.
for what, like half an hour?
Yeah.
Just weights?
Just weights.
Yeah, you're fine.
Go home.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, because I'm running in the morning and then I go do cardio after. But anyways, so I had this.
Let's feel those arms. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah.
It's the man podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, look at those forearms, eh?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah,
So
this guy here. This guy
opened a checking account just for this because if I put it into our checking account, she'll see it, right?
Dude.
And then I get a check in the mail once a month from a grandmother. You know, it's just like a little birthday card, $11 or whatever. No, it's more than that. It's not a whole lot.
I know how much it is. It is more than that.
No, it's $100.
No, I know. You said, I'm saying $11.
Oh yeah.
So you said it.
But no, yeah. So I
called
put
baiting.
that. So there's $60 for the gym membership, right? So Sam never knows, right?
Your
But then
grandma sends you $100 a month.
Yeah,
That's so cute.
it is cute. But then Sam's always like, "What'd you do with your grandma's check this month?" I'm like, "I have no clue. I haven't put it in yet." But literally, I'm like,
Do you share that with her or no?
"No, that's my spending money."
Yeah, Shayna does the same thing with me though. Anytime that somebody gives us money, it's always like, no, that's for you, but it's for us.
Yeah,
Not that she tells me it's for us. I just,
but so I cashed last one. Just went in. I was like, "Hey, just cash this so I can have the money." I went and bought.
and you obviously have to whisper it at the bank because Sam will
because
hear
they'll
you.
know. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I bought a new pair of shorts.
Nice.
Best pair of shorts I've ever owned in my life. Can you name the brand?
Reebok.
Nope. I've
Under
owned
Armour.
Reebok shorts. They're awful.
Under Armour. Is it like a brand I would know?
I would hope so.
Adidas?
Nope.
Nike?
Nope.
Puma?
Nope.
FIFA?
Nope.
I don't know.
Lululemon.
I would have never guessed. But I've been told amazing.
Amazing. And not even that expensive.
Soft too, eh? You feel like we're
Built-in underoos, too.
Oh, see, that would be great, man.
Yeah.
You have the problem. This is what problem I always have when it comes to, and I know your theme is we're derailing the theme right now.
That's
but
okay.
When you wear a pair of shorts,
I just need to get this off my chest.
That's fine.
I thought it would be funny.
we're not even recording, are we?
Telling my secrets.
I every time I wear a pair of shorts, like athletic pair of shorts. The problem that I always have is, and you probably have the same thing. You know when you work out and all of a sudden your dick gets smaller?
Absolutely.
And then there's a weird like poke from your pants. So I wear like the compression shorts to kind of keep that in.
It's like I went to the
Pool.
swimming.
Yes, it sucks.
And like you're in the gym and you're all swollen. You take off your
you
pants,
feel
like,
good.
Where'd you go?
That's the problem. And see, again, going to the gym.
I'm always like, did anyone want a peanut?
You run out of the change room and yell that. The problem I keep on having though is same thing. So I'll go to the gym early, so nobody's there. So when I'm showering, I'll just get butt nude and there's big mirrors. Yeah, and I'm a big guy, so I just see all this bigness and the swollenness, and then just like, yeah. So that's why I like the compression shorts though. They kind of keep everything in because through the shorts you can see a little poke. So
through regular shorts?
No. I mean, like through like when I'm working out through the gym shorts.
Yeah, I don't think people are looking at that. Though.
I am.
Oh, yeah.
I stared at everybody's. You bleeding?
No, I just scratched my face and got the scab a little bit. Come here, buddy. Funny that you mentioned staring at the gym. Like it's, I know it's a thing that women don't like to get stared at the gym. Yeah. Right. But so I used to go to the YMCA, and one second.
Oh, please.
Being a monster.
He's fine. He's just being a puppy.
Anyways.
He looks like a little man.
Yeah, I screwed up my headset there. So I used to go to the YMCA. Hey, doing a podcast would be fun with dogs.
Oh, he's fine. He just wants your attention.
And, it's very casual gym there, right? I kind of liked it that way. And then I never went to the gym here, or if I did, it was a Capital Strength with a bunch of old ladies who were amazing. And
I like Capital Strength.
But
that place was awesome.
There's no there was no like weird atmosphere. You know that atmosphere that Planet Fitness is getting away from, like the muscle.
No grunting, the loud.
Yeah.
Well, I used to work at a gym, and that's what it was.
Just grunting.
We would have to tell people to stop grunting while we showed people around.
Yeah.
Because it's intimidating.
Yeah.
Right.
And so there's a little bit of this at This Good Life, but there's a lot of like females that like are striving for attention, if you know what I mean. Right?
I know exactly.
The first day I texted you, I was like, "Oh, it's cool that the women have a dress code here," because they were all wearing the same thing.
Me that, yes.
A tank top.
It's Rito, right? You go to?
Yeah, Lululemon's up to their belly button, which is the thing, and then Beats headphones on.
Yeah.
But one girl, she had a shirt that had a training bra underneath, and like again, I wasn't staring. I was working out, and like it caught my eye. She would lift up her shirt and rest her shirt on top of her boobies. And so it was just her training bra, so she could see her training bra, and then she was working chest. I was like, huh? I was like...
that's like the guys who have the shirts cut, and it's
you can
around
see
their nipples. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that, but like, that's not cool either. Like,
neither one of them are cool.
Yeah.
I get it. They're also striving for attention, but at the same time, they want to look good, because when you look good, you feel good, you play good.
Yeah.
All that. But when you go at 3 a.m,
nobody's there.
Nobody there.
Yeah. You can just you can walk in compression shorts.
Oh, dude, I walk in there and I let my little bitty pud I take off my pants. And when I'm really hot, I take off my pants. Nobody's
Nobody's
Actually,
there.
The best was the other day I was there and I walked in, and I'm not kidding. Nobody was there, including the employees. I was the only one who was in there, and I knew this because the guy who normally is at the front desk, he's normally sleeping, which is fine, whatever.
Yeah, it's 3 a.m.
He was asleep in his car, and I saw him. Yeah. I said, all right, whatever.
As long as the door's unlocked.
The door was unlocked. I buzzed myself in, and then as I'm upstairs, so I did the cardio thing for 25 minutes. I was upstairs stretching, and I looked down, and there was this woman who's waiting at the front desk, almost like they're waiting for an employee. And I kind of like looked at her, and you can see the top there. I said, yeah, nobody's here, so just buzz yourself in. And she looks up and says, yeah. I said, yeah, just buzz yourself in. And all I thought to myself was, if I was a female at 3:30 in the morning at a gym and some random guy's like, yeah, nobody's here, I would go home, I think.
Yeah, I would be like, I don't need to work out today.
It's all good. I'll go for a run. So anyway, there was nobody there.
Yeah.
Can I tell you the story, by the way? I saved it for this. How I cracked my phone, my last phone.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, because I just broke my phone.
You did.
Yeah.
So 6 years ago? It must have been 6 years ago. And I remember as clear as day. I was living in London.
Yeah.
And I was on the 7th floor of an apartment.
I was getting ready to say, what?
Yeah.
I thought
I don't mention London as much as I do Red Deer, Alberta.
I thought you were going to say Alberta.
Yeah, close though. This is before I moved to Red Deer. Years before. And I was at the 7th floor of a place I lived in.
Yeah.
And I had grabbed my phone I was on the balcony. I grabbed my phone from my pocket, and it caught a snag. I caught like a piece of, like, I don't know, string in my pocket.
Yeah.
So I'm pulling it out, but it caught it, so I let it go, and it fell in. There was about that much space between the balcony and like the nothing.
Yeah.
And, whoop,
And
right,
it
and
found
went
it. It was
right.
like a
it was
magnet,
out there.
yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
literally hit the ground and went whoop, like right through it.
Yeah.
And I was like, crap. So I start looking down, and I'm watching it fall. On opposite, there's a big slab of concrete, like a walkway. On both sides of it were mattresses and a grassy knoll. So I'm like, oh, please, gust of wind to swoop it over to the mattress or something. One of the mattresses.
Yeah.
It could not have landed more in the middle.
Yeah, I could have
Like,
told you
right,
that.
like-
I could have told you a wind breeze wasn't moving your phone.
I was hoping for something because it was spinning, though. I was like, okay, baseball, right? Like, just land on the mattress. Again, right slap down in the middle. And I looked at my buddy who was there. I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
And I ran downstairs and I grabbed it and he's watching me. And I said, it still works. He's like, how's the screen? I'm like, destroyed.
Yeah.
But it still worked.
Yeah.
Remarkably.
Glass
so.
in your finger and stuff.
Glass in my finger, I know.
Yeah.
You can't, because especially with the iPhone, you swipe to open it up.
Yeah.
Blood. And it was a good time. How'd you break yours?
So I've dropped my phone probably 1,000 times. That's why I never owned an iPhone, is because they break easier than other phones.
7 floors.
And I was going to a wedding. I was DJing a wedding this weekend, and that one was frustrating. This wedding, and I had it on my pant, like just my because I didn't have it in my pocket because my pants were too tight. So I just had it on my lap, and when I got out of the car,
issue, yeah.
it just fell. And like again, I've dropped this phone thousands of times.
Why is it on your lap?
I don't know.
You have seats.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I know.
Or I think I grabbed it from like my glove box or whatever and put it on my lap, and then I grabbed something else, got out of the car, and it fell. And I knew it broke right away because I'm a month away from my upgrade.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
You can push that, though. If you want us to go there and say, like, I need a new phone, this is broken, I'm a month away, they'll push it.
it's $75. It's not the end of the world.
Dude, no, wait, or wait a month. 75, sorry, this is coming from the man with a fake account. Go on. Go on.
But I knew right away that it was broken. I picked it up, completely shattered, and I was like, yep, it's about time that happened. But I've broken a few phones. My last phone, I was really careful not breaking, and then it just died on me like a year in. Like
I remember that.
Like a super good case for it and
Yep.
all this stuff, and I never dropped it. It just stopped working one day. And then I called them, and they were like, did you drop your phone? I was like, no, I actually didn't. But I broke a phone one time a week of getting it.
Oh,
And
horrible.
back when you had to have a phone for 3 years. Remember
Yeah,
that?
that was ridiculous.
So I had an HTC One X. It was one of the greatest phones I ever owned. I bet you could break that phone out today and it'd still be amazing.
Probably.
And again, like I had it for about 2.5 years of a 3-year contract, killing it. And then I dropped it off of a ladder, and I didn't have a case on it, and it broke.
Did you put it on the ladder just to knock it off? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the case. Oh, I had dropped that phone a lot because the case had broke. It was like a crappy R2D2 case that Gord Downey once complimented.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was taking a photo of Gord Downey. Just him.
Just hanging out with Gordo.
No, it was outside of the K-Rock Center.
In Kingston.
As they were naming it Tragically Hip Way, and so I was obviously getting a photo for the Facebook page, and everyone's like crowding around, and everyone's taking a photo, and he's like, "Nice R2D2 case." I'm like, "Yeah, fuck yeah." But yeah, so I dropped it, completely shattered. When I got a new phone, they didn't have any OtterBoxes, so I was like, "Okay, order me one." The day it came in the OtterBox, I dropped it, and it cracked. It didn't like completely shatter; it just cracked. So I lived with it for 2 years or whatever. And
Yeah.
then I switched to Bell and got a new phone, or whatever it was.
That's
But
still working out for you? The Bell thing?
I guess we're about to find out. I'm about to go to Bell and get a new phone.
They should be good. Call, honestly, this is what I always say.
Sam called today and argued with him about stuff, and
Oh, Sam called?
yeah. Well, I called and like I even threatened to cancel because I hate doing that. I hate threatening to cancel, but it was like literally like there was a whole bunch of hoopla about the upgrade because this is the thing. So I went to try to upgrade it on my phone, knowing that I was going to pay the $75, but I just wanted the new phone, whatever. And it was like, you don't have the right plan for this. And we ran into this problem 2 years ago, right? So we thought we fixed it because like the plan, you have to be on a premium plan and pay $100 a month.
Yeah.
Well, me and Sam pay $200 a month for a shared plan, but her plan's $140 and mine's $60. So I was like,
Why is hers more?
because it's a shared plan. So for some reason, hers
Oh,
is
hers is, like, you're the add-on?
yeah, but it counts in my name. So it's like, why is this? Why am I the add-on? Anyways, So I was just like, you know what? Like, what's it to cancel my membership? Because I didn't know if the upgrade fee was the same as the cancellation fee. Because I'm like, I'm just gonna cancel and go somewhere else. Because like, Sam wanted to cancel our internet as well because she hates our internet, and it's like, what's the point, right? Like, if not that I'm like having a hissy fit, and then he called my bluff. Not that it's not really a bluff because I actually was meaning like I might just cancel and move elsewhere. Yeah. But he was just like, oh, we're sorry to see you go. It's like, fuck. Touche, Jeremy.
Can I tell you something though? And this is what I learned actually because I worked at TELUS for 3 years. Mm-hmm. When you call customer service or customer care, it costs them $14 a phone call.
Really?
So if you keep calling, and they're like, "Oh shit, he's called 8 times," like, and now all of a sudden it's costing them a lot of over $100. Right, so if you kind of keep calling and really harassing them, eventually somebody kind of gives in. It's a pain in the ass, and I know you don't like doing this. Yeah. But I know somebody who does, who you live with.
Yeah.
Who loves doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, she does.
Because I live with somebody who loves doing that too.
It attracts her though. Remember, so we were talking on the podcast, me and her, about our big fears, and I told her like my fear of you growing up is getting like a really short haircut and being that I need to speak to a manager person.
Yeah, she's almost there.
Yeah. So, because like the other day, she had a call with the district manager of Tim Hortons. She was complaining.
Yeah, she's almost there.
Now, she wasn't complaining about service. She was complaining about actually how a manager was treating an employee there. Mm-hmm. So she called and complained, so that wasn't so bad. Good. But it's still funny to be like, oh, yeah, my wife's got a call on the phone with the district.
So Shayna did the same thing. She actually got into an argument with one of the doctors at the hospital she works at because they were apparently treating somebody with mental retardation horribly, like an animal, basically, and Shayna lost her shit. I was like, good for you, as you obviously should. Now, when it comes to what we were just talking about beforehand with your wife, the biggest fears that we have, and I can say this because my wife doesn't listen, my biggest fear with my wife is that she becomes her mother.
Oh. See, I like Sam's mom. I think
Sam's mom is fine, but I'm not fearful of Shayna turning into Sam's mom.
I don't think you have to worry about Shayna doing that, though.
Yeah, I think so.
Steph's on that path.
No, incorrect.
Okay.
Very wrong.
I don't know them that well enough.
Nobody's on that path.
You're on the path to turn into your father, though.
I know, which I'm fine with, though, because my dad's a good man.
He's a good dude.
So I'm happy with that. I tell you, by the way, so my dad's the best. He calls me up. And he says, because they were visiting for Easter long weekend, you came over also. And he goes, hey, so I've been calling some eavesdrops place because we have, like, our eavesdrops suck.
Yeah.
And we were obviously going to replace them. So I was like, I've been calling some eavesdrops place. So this guy, Paul, is going to give you a call tomorrow about getting you about giving you a quote for the eavesdrops. And I said, well, that's great, Dad. I said, we got to save a little bit more money. And he says, I'll pay for it. I said, are you sure?
Yeah.
And he's like, to say no it's offensive. You know how it is. Like, if you say no to your dad, it's like, why? Like, they get offended.
Yeah,
like, dude, just
100%,
take it.
yeah.
Like, my grandfather was like that, too. Like, I remember my dad one time bought a new car. This is probably like 15 years ago. And it was a Intrepid. And my Nono said, how much was it? My dad says, like, $6,000. My Nono wrote a check and gave it to him. And it says, just take the money. Just here.
Yeah.
Like, same with my dad. He just wants to give money to his kids, right? So he says, I'll pay for it. I said, are you sure? He said, yeah. So anyway, the quote came back. It's like $2,000. So it's like $2,000 for eavesdrops.
Yeah.
Like nice custom eavesdrops for my house.
Yeah.
And so I told my dad. My dad said, no, okay, we'll check with a few more places, get some quotes, and then we'll go from there. So anyway, he sends me money last night. He goes like, by the way, here's a little bit extra for a lawnmower.
Amazing.
So he sends me a boatload of money. Like, I was sitting on the couch and all of a sudden I was like, goo! Shit, Dad just sent us a lot of money. Like, and so of course I call him. I said thank you and all that. He says, oh, no problem. He goes, by the way, the other eavesdrops place are calling you tomorrow where I'm in Toronto. So I'm like, all right. Like, they just want to go there and get a quote, sure, but
you're turning into your dad. Yeah.
Which again, I'm good with.
Yeah.
Growing up, he was a hard ass.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I know I'm turning into my dad on certain things. Like,
you look so much like your dad. It's ridiculous.
Because my dad, and his aunt listens. Apparently, I just found out this week that
your dad's aunt.
Yeah, she's like a year older than my dad.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah. One of those.
No, that happens.
And so my dad, I remember so many stories when he would get so mad at me as a kid. Rightfully deserved.
Yeah, you were a shit disturber, weren't you?
And one time, we got to my grandma's house, and he was walking in the house with 4 cups of coffee. Does an old PJ pitch a perfect fucking snowball right at his head, and it missed his head and destroyed whooshed by his ear. So he got scared.
And those St. Marie's got themselves some big old ears.
We do, yeah. We have elf ears, they call them. And because there's like a little point.
Yeah. It's cute. It's cute.
And so he dropped the pour coffee. And my grandpa used to love coffee, love it. So I was like, oh shit, he's gonna be pissed.
Grandpa's pissed.
Yeah. And my dad turned around and he was so mad at me, just wouldn't speak to me. Goes inside. 10 minutes later, completely fine. And,
when I was a kid, on that same note, we were playing hockey in the driveway. The street I grew up on, there were a lot of kids. They were all our age, right? So we're playing hockey, and I was playing goalie. Stopped the ball, and I threw it out, but I threw it, but it got caught kind of on the end of the glove, and so the lob was weird.
Yeah.
And I saw and the ball was going towards my dad. And I remember just seeing boom, hit him in the face. He grabbed his face, and one of his lenses from his glasses fell out and hit the ground.
Yeah.
And it was like a cartoon. All the kids scattered because my dad was, again, a hard ass.
Yeah.
And he was even known to be a hard ass. All the kids scattered, and I was left standing there. It was like a cartoon. I was like, and he's looking up with his one eyeglass. He goes, "Come here." I was like, I got a whooping. I got a whooping.
So another time my dad was so mad at me for 10 minutes. I hid my first tattoo from my dad for almost an entire year.
Which one was your first?
My stupid Godsmack logo.
Yeah. Stupid, horrible.
So I was 16 and I actually had moved out of the house. Not for any bad reasons or anything like that. It was just I didn't really have a reliable vehicle. It was really bad on gas. Ford Explorer. And that's partially my fault.
Ford Exploder,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Partially my fault because I had already been through a car when I got to the Ford Explorer. So I moved in with my grandparents who lived really close to Sam. So I could actually walk to Sam, and I was really close to work and school. So I didn't move, and my parents lived out in the country. And so I got a tattoo at 16, and it was in November. Well, Canada Day weekend, me and my dad always go camping with my friend Nick. And so always Canada Day, we go camping. And you're camping, you don't have your shirt on and stuff like that. Well, my dad doesn't know I have
I do.
Yeah, my dad doesn't know I have a tattoo, so I gotta tell him. So the day before we go camping, he picks up me and my friend Eric, and to take us home. And I was like, Dad, I've got to tell you something. I made sure Eric was in the car, so my dad couldn't get too mad.
There was a buffer.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so I was like, I've got a tattoo. And he was like, what? And he's like, why are you telling me this? And I told him it was the camping trip, and he was so mad.
Was he, eh?
Yeah, he was.
My parents didn't care.
He was pissed. And he just wouldn't look at me, wouldn't talk to me. I think he said some things, I don't know. And just he's driving home, and all of a sudden he just goes, all right, show me. Just completely fine.
Yeah.
And that's how I am. I'm 100% that way. I'll get into a fight with Sam, and I'll be so mad, and then 2 minutes later I'm like, crap, I need to fix this.
You know what? I know what you mean. I kind of wish I'm like that with Shayna, just because Shayna is very stubborn.
Yeah.
So if I don't apologize, we'll never talk ever again.
Yeah.
And I mean, last week we got into this huge fight over nothing. She was being so mean to me. It was remarkable how mean she was being to me, and I apologized
100%.
because I'm like, you know what? Because I'm like, if I don't say something to her, she'll never talk to me ever again.
Yep.
And it's not even being pussy whipped.
Sometimes you just gotta apologize to make it over.
That's the thing.
To get it over
and
with.
It worked.
Yeah.
But with other things though, I wish I had that, because I will hold on to I was driving to work the other day, and I thought about a guy who did me wrong when I was 16 years old, and it made me angry. I was 16, and I thought, and that was 15 years ago, and it made me angry on my drive to work.
Oh.
And I thought to myself, if I saw that guy, I'd punch him in the face.
Yeah, you gotta let some stuff go.
I can't though. That's my issue.
I
got a massive issue where I cannot let things go.
I'm probably there's very few people in this world where I still have a grudge with. There's people from high school that if I saw today I would talk to, because they were just douches in high school. But I don't I've had people that just kind of screwed me over for money, or I had a roommate that actually hooked up with the girl I was seeing. I was still talking. I run to the guy. I'm like, hey, buddy, how's it going? No hard feelings whatsoever.
2 years ago, another radio station did me wrong with something. Not one in the city. It was It was like a prank that they pulled, but it was another station.
Oh, I kind of remember this.
Yeah, we'll keep it quiet, but
you want to go let the puppy out for a second?
yeah, and it still bothers me. And if I'm like, if I ever saw
Well,
that guy, I would punch him in the face.
That's annoying because that's like they're pulling a prank on you, and it's a work thing, right? Like, Leo out.
Leo out. Stop.
You
know what? Hold on.
That's understandable.
Yeah, that was what bothered me the most about that, though, is that is a case of shock jocks living behind their listeners and living behind their mic.
Yeah.
Because guarantee if I saw that person face to face,
absolutely, it's like someone driving a car.
Exactly.
They think
they think they are protected by this shield. I'm like, you get out of that thing. I told you before. I have followed people home.
Yeah.
That have been assholes to me on the road, and as soon as they're out of the car, don't all of a sudden they just like cower away.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it helps when I'm 6'3" and 240.
Yeah.
But still, like as soon as they get out of that car, it's like, oh.
Yeah. I actually had a guy follow me home one time.
See, that's why I like when people want to mess with you because they don't
Sam
know
was freaking out, and I was like, if this guy, like, because he followed us right to our final turn, like it was one more turn and we would have been in our house. And I was like, Sam, if he follows us home, like if he, like, I have to get out of the car and harm this man.
Now, why was this person following you?
He was driving like a lunatic, and it was on the 417. I was like, I think there was a car in front of me. I was going 120, like I wasn't going slow.
Yeah.
He started flashing his high beams at me.
One of them type.
So I pulled off to the side. No, I actually I
slow down. Yeah. Sometimes I'll kind of like hit the brakes really hard, really quickly,
Yeah.
and just kind of.
And then he cut in front of me, and then I followed him with my high beams on.
Yeah.
And then I got off, and he followed. And
Okay.
then I turned, and he followed again. And then we got to a light, and he started screaming at me, and I was just like,
I wished he caused a fight with you. I wish.
Like,
I would love to see that happen. Somebody actually think they can mess with you, and then see what actually happens.
And if he was like a big guy your size, like I would have been like a little skeptical, like, oh, this is gonna suck.
Doesn't
but
matter.
I'm gonna take a punch or two, but I'll probably get a win.
Yeah, but the punches will be slow.
Yeah, like I'll get him.
Yeah.
Eventually.
No, you won't take the. You'll take the dub.
Yeah,
You'll take the dub.
I'll get the dub.
Yeah.
But like this guy wasn't very big, and I was like already running through my head like what I'm gonna do to him. I was like, I don't even need to throw a punch. Like I will double leg him and I will dump him onto his head and just walk away.
It was around here actually.
And that's not cockiness speaking.
No,
that's
it's not cockiness.
Protecting Sam
of course.
and our house,
and also protect because if he's following you home, he knows where you live.
Yeah.
In this case here, so the time that I followed this guy home, it was actually around here.
Yeah.
It was a blizzard. I was in the far right hand lane. How many other lanes are there to pass? All of them. Yeah. The far right-hand lane is to go slow. And when it's a blizzard, I was going 70 on the highway, but I was the far right.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I was going a little bit faster than other people in other lanes.
Yeah.
Buddy gets behind me, starts flashing his high beams. I realize we're getting off.
Which is illegal.
Yes. I realize I'm getting off at the same exit as him. He passes me. As he flips me the bird as he passes me, and I follow him all the way home. He was this like 17-year-old kid. And I got out of the car and I walked up. I said, "You really think you're being fucking cool, tailgating somebody on the highway with this kind of fucking weather?"
Yeah.
And as soon as I said that, and he saw the size of me compared to him, he cowered.
Yeah.
And I said, "You want me to go to your front door right now?" I'm like, "How old are you?" He's like, 17. I'm like, "Let's go to talk to your parents right now to tell them what you did." "No, I'm sorry. Look, man, I'm sorry. I just had to get home. My girlfriend and I got into a fight." You little fuck. Now, would I do that again? No, I was younger.
Yeah.
I was younger. I wouldn't do that now. Now I have things to live for.
Yeah.
So I got a house. I got a wife. I got pets.
Yeah.
So I got a good job. So
road rage is crazy, and
I've actually cut back on it because it was bad for a while.
This morning, me and Sam were driving, and it was just every asshole was there.
Yeah.
Which happens sometimes, and sometimes like me and you've been in the car where you've made a mistake, and I've definitely made mistakes driving.
The day I made a mistake,
always
by the way,
just like sorry.
Oh, the day that I made a massive mistake, I was driving you and your friends home, but all three of you were all MMA fighters. So
there's four of us. Yeah.
So it was me and then like three guys who could all kick this one guy's ass.
Yeah.
He's lacing the horn, and I look at you, one buddy. I'm like, "Do you want to get into another fight this week?" It's like, because if this guy continues, you guys will have to fight him because I'm not doing it.
But that guy calmed down too because you were just like, "I'm sorry, that was my
bad."
Yeah,
no. I'm like, "I'm sorry." I even did this. I put my hand out the window. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I knew it was my fault.
So that happened to me today, where I wasn't driving and I apologized. I was walking, and some lady almost hit me with her car, and I went like, I put my hands up, and she like saw, and she's like, "Oh," she said sorry, and I was like, "It's okay."
Yeah.
Because what happened was some guy just parked on the road, in a lane, and she didn't realize that the light turned red, and it was a walk for me, and so she tried to like rip out in front of him and go. not knowing
The
'cause
light was red.
it was his fault.
Yeah.
But then she saw me please don't hit me. And she was like, I'm sorry. Like, you could tell right away she didn't mean it.
Yep.
Not like, what the hell are you doing walking in a green light?
Yeah.
Like.
Did I ever tell you the time that we were leaving? I think it was a Red Blacks game, and I had some drinks.
Yeah.
And Shane and I were walking, I think, to our bus or to we're walking somewhere to get an Uber down because Lansdowne, right? It's really busy.
Yeah.
End of the game. So as I'm walking, this car pulls out from this one little area there. Where, to be honest with you, if you don't whip out there, you're never leaving.
Yeah.
Because so much foot traffic after Red Blacks game. This guy pulls out and was barely in my way, and I rolled on his car. I was like, oh, and I roll on his hood, jokingly, but kind of like, what the fuck are you doing, kind of thing. And a cop,
Oh no,
she walks up to me, and she's about yay tall, so she's probably 5'4", and she walks up and says, "What the hell are you doing?" And I said, "This car hit me." She said, "No, you rolled on the car. I'm writing you up." And I looked at her, and I'm not kidding, I literally did this. I looked at her, and I said, and I turned around, and I started walking away. She's like, "Excuse me," and I just kept walking. And I was like, "I'm not fucking dealing with this right now." So I kept walking. She goes up to Shayna, because I was with Shayna, and she says, "Is that yours?" "Yeah, I'll get him home." And she said, "Yes." But I'm like, no offense.
Is that yours?
But I'm like, no offense. And whether it was it's not the fact that it was a woman. It was the fact that the person was 5'4". So man or woman, I'm like, I'm gonna outrun you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna win this race.
I will run.
I will run, and you will not catch me. I promise you that. And in a crowd of people here, you will not see me. But it was just the most
Also,
wow! Cartoonish thing.
I remember. I think it was St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, it was St. Patrick's Day where you actually got hit by a car.
Oh, I actually got hit. Remember, I got kicked out of the bar because I
Yeah.
told a story.
Yeah, and they came in while we were doing karaoke.
No, because we were in the basement. Remember?
No, we were doing karaoke, but not on a mic.
Oh, not in the bar. Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
because we were like, when's our turn to do karaoke? So we just sang Hallelujah in the bar.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cut me off.
Yeah,
that's
because
right.
you got hit by a car and then they cut you off.
Well,
the bartender comes up to me. He's like, "You better watch your friend." I was like, "Huh?"
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Your friend just got hit by a car. I'm cutting him off. Like,
That's the thing. I'm like, I remember too. I'm like, I
How's that
walk.
his
I'm
fault?
like, I just got hit by a car because this guy turns left and whips around. It was right Gladstone Bank,
yeah,
and it whips around and hits me. Not hard, but it was one of those wow.
yeah, hard
again.
enough. Yeah.
But anyway, walk in, I tell you the story, and the bouncer's like, "You're cut off." I'm like, "For what? You got hit by a car. Should I deserve free drinks?" It's ridiculous.
Yeah. It was St. Patrick's Day, so they were just in a bad mood and just
Clearly.
yeah.
But it wasn't a busy bar.
No.
I don't understand why they were pissed.
Yeah. But we were also singing Hallelujah.
We were obnoxiously loud, but it's not the first time we've done that.
Air pianoing.
The entire
'Cause
time.
it was the day that the guy who sang Hallelujah died.
It was.
Yeah.
Was it? He died in St.
Leonard
Patrick's Day?
Cohen? Yeah.
I didn't know he died in St. Patrick's Day.
Maybe we're mixing the stories together.
No, you got the stories right.
But
Do
different
you?
days.
Because I don't know. Maybe you're right. Because I was only ever cut off there once.
So maybe they didn't cut us off on karaoke night.
We were
Maybe
definitely.
they should have cut us off on karaoke night. Maybe the
Yeah,
fact that
because
we
were
can't.
in the, no, because here's the thing. Because we were in the basement at the bar
Yeah.
that said bar, and it wasn't. There's no karaoke in the basement there.
But we definitely
We definitely yelled that song.
I
but
think
was
they're
that-
different nights.
Was that Boys Night? Remember Boys Night? It was you, me, Gord, Maddie Kay, Chris
No.
Holsky, Brian Fraser.
No, I think Sam was there. Sam and Shannon must have been there.
Maybe it was that night. Then.
Oh my God, that's how we know we drank too much.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Talking
Let's
about
do that again this weekend.
I would love to. Where am I this weekend? I'm here.
Oh yeah. Well,
I'm in Toronto tomorrow to Friday.
Yeah. If I don't work Saturday, let's definitely do that. Definitely do that. I want to get a second mic in here so we can have you and Pheasant. And,
That would be nice, actually, because Fez and I, we've only ever interacted via watching TV.
Yeah.
And your wedding.
And it's just a little expensive to get the Behringer thing I need for it and another microphone and stuff. But
Yeah, what would you need? Another one of these or no?
I need a 4-channel one. This is a 2-channel, so a 4-channel
is
is
it?
about $200, and then another microphone and stuff.
Is it not an add-on? You can get an add-on, can you not? Attach this thing here, it gets 2 more?
I don't think so.
I think there are.
Oh, ask your engineer at work tomorrow.
I'll forget. Unless you remind me. I almost forgot to walk your dogs on the weekend if Sam didn't remind me.
Oh, okay.
So you have to remind me, otherwise it's just...
Um,
Can we talk about Endgame?
Yeah, there was one thing I wanted to add. But yeah, so I want to get Matt. Oh, yeah. Before we talk about Endgame, want to get a second one so we can start doing more threes.
Yeah, that would be good. Because you know what's good? What would be good with Fez is I feel him and I would chirp each other pretty well in a friendly manner.
Just chirp me. It would just turn into you guys chirping me the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be an all-out chirp fest, which would be nice. I think that'd be fun.
Also, you brought up the idea of watching Ninja Turtles because you've never seen it, and me pointing out
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, because you'd never seen Ninja Turtles before. No, sorry, you had seen Ninja Turtles. I'm mixing the stories again because there was two things I wanted to do.
Okay.
You've seen Ninja Turtles, but I would point out
everything.
I would point out everything. Mistakes.
Yeah, that was like episodes ago.
Wire sticking out when the shell was soft, all that stuff.
Yes.
When you could actually see the person inside the costume laughing.
Yes.
Point all
because
that
I
out.
have absolutely seen all the movies.
Yeah, so I think we'd somehow record us watching it.
Sure. I like that.
But also, I want to do an episode around Christmas time where we watch Die Hard and get your take on it.
Okay. Yeah. I won't watch it until then.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's not. We're not going to get in the argument about Christmas movie or not. We'll get in that on the podcast.
I don't care. You know what? Yes, it is. No, I don't care.
It doesn't change the movie at all.
No, it doesn't. Because I also don't care.
Yeah.
I think it's the dumbest argument ever because I don't care.
People just like arguing about things.
They do. I know.
Yeah.
It's just it's a conversation piece.
Anyways, that's the two things I wanted to bring up. But let's talk about Endgame.
Let's.
A good segue into Endgame is
I know you and Fez and Andre talked about it already.
Yeah, that's fine.
I like the take you guys had.
Thank you.
It was well done. I actually really like that.
Thank
podcast.
you very much.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: we're going to talk about Endgame now.
Yes.
So some people haven't seen it, and like pretty much anytime I have someone on the podcast, we're going to talk about Endgame.
So when you say spoiler alert, you mean hey, PJ's dad and aunt. If you haven't,
my
seen
dad
it,
doesn't listen.
Hey, PJ's dad's aunt. If you haven't seen it yet,
and you want to see
it,
I've actually been very surprised by how many people have told me that they listen to this podcast.
Yeah,
like it means a lot.
Who is number one for views?
For what do you mean?
Because remember, I was number
Lyle.
one. Is it Lyle?
Yeah, 100% Lyle.
Up by a lot, eh?
I'm gonna do one with Grant and Lyle, and I think that one's gonna take the cake because people like those ones because we talk a lot about the crap we did in college.
Good stories, man. Grant, I love that man's stories.
Before we get an Endgame, this is gonna be a little.
How long is this episode?
Who cares?
Okay, sure.
Grant's dog. So we're gonna talk about this on the podcast.
The beagle.
Grant's beagle killed a bunny, but not like a bunny.
I thought you were gonna say it was dead or something.
No. So Grant lived with this girl, and she got a bunny, and then she moved out, and Grant's girlfriend moved in, and the girl didn't want the bunny anymore. Like it was a big bunny. Like it was the size of Leo.
A kangaroo.
Yeah, and Cass was like, "No, I want to keep the bunny." That's Grant's girlfriend, and Grant was like, "No, I have a hunting dog that's."
Made to hunt these things.
Insane. And like one night this week the bunny got out and tried to find Pumpernickel, and it did not win this war. And Pumpernickel, so Grant said he came downstairs and there was a bunny with like bite marks in its neck, just dead, and Pumpernickel was just sitting there. So I can't wait to get Grant on this podcast to talk about that story.
That's a dog, or that's a dog's instinct. I don't think my dog would do that.
Yeah.
But granted, my dog lives with a cat.
But your dog is also not a hunter.
He's got hound in him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got some hound. I don't know what my dog would do, to be honest with you.
Dog, I don't think your dog would kill an animal.
No. He killed a mouse once, but...
Yeah. Definitely not my dogs.
No, my dog is confused with your dog.
Like, what is this? What is this?
Why aren't you bigger?
Yeah. Parker tried to fight a squirrel the other day. I was like, this would be a cool fight.
I witnessed that when I was walking your dogs yesterday. Yeah. Parker was like growling at the squirrel, and the squirrel almost said,
"Bitch."
I guess we're doing this now.
Did you see the Spider-Man? So we're going into Endgame spoiler. Did you see the Spider-Man trailer today?
I did. I watched it today.
So I only watched it. I watched it.
They're really pushing for Mysterio to be a good guy here.
He's not.
I know he's not. I'm well aware he's not.
So I kind of watched it. Okay. The reason why I say I kind of watched it, I went into the bathroom at work, locked the door to watch this, but also my screen is completely shattered.
Yeah.
So I kind of only heard things. The stuff about Iron Man and Peter Parker dealing with Iron Man's death, amazing.
Yeah, that's why actually at the very beginning when he says, "Don't watch this if you have not seen this yet,"
he's like, "Don't do this,"
and then he says, "I miss him so much."
Yeah,
he's dead.
Yeah, just incredible.
I wonder if they'll bring him back.
No, I think Downey's done. What I think's going to happen is like 10, 15 years from now, they're going to do like a female version of Iron Man. It's going to be his daughter, Morgan. Obviously,
That is a character, right? Does she actually have the same intelligence he has?
I don't know. I honestly don't know because like I never read an Iron Man comic up until. I've never read an Iron Man comic.
Just period.
I've only read Avengers comics. And
I
stuff
never
like
thought
that.
as Iron Man growing up as like a main character.
Well, obviously Robert Downey Jr. did
A great job.
of it.
Well, he was also the first one that Disney owned. Like when Marvel took all the rights
Yeah.
back, and they said, "All right, well, you guys keep fucking shit up. We're taking it back."
And they just did it so well, right? Like,
Oh yeah, the first Iron Man is amazing.
and a lot of people don't like Tom Holland as Spider-Man. He's absolutely my favorite Spider-Man.
I think he's the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I really think he's the best one.
So this movie, if you didn't see the trailers, Spider-Man Far Away From Home, it's called that because he goes to England and deals with Mysterio. Mysterio talks about how there's 2 Earths.
Italy,
and he's a
isn't it?
good guy in it. Italy. What did I say? England? I didn't see. I just know he
think he's
wasn't
in
home.
Italy.
I just knew he wasn't home. So Mysterio talks about
Called Away From Home.
yeah. Spoiler.
That's what's the name of it.
And Mysterio says that he's from a different Earth.
Yep.
And so now it's talking about multiverses, and Spider-Man's like, oh, cool. There's another multiverse. I think this is kind of shenanigans. I think they're slowly introducing a multiverse because now they have X-Men and
Yeah, because Disney got those.
Fantastic
now,
Four. Yeah, they
Yeah.
own Fox. So now it's like, well, how are we going to explain Fantastic Four and X-Men, right?
Yeah.
So you can do another alternate reality and multiverse. I think they're going to do the whole thing that Endgame changed reality.
Yeah, and what they were actually doing with the X-Men series, and it all kind of ties together here, is Wolverine. When Wolverine went back in time, apparently he changed everything.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like what they were going with as well. So
Yeah. Well, because that happened in Age of Ultron. Wolverine goes back because Ultron's obviously a bad
the
guy.
comics. Yeah, okay.
Wolverine goes back
Back.
in time and kills Hank Pym, who creates Ultron.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he goes back to the future, and all the Ultrons look like Tony Stark. So Tony Stark had created Ultron. So it didn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so Mysterio's saying he's from a different reality, blah, blah, blah. I think it's all just a ploy to make him seem good. He's actually bad, creating, kind of like in Incredibles.
Mm-hmm.
But I think
I know what you
they're
mean.
kind of planting the seed that there's a multiverse, and then they're going to kind of build on that in like 3-4 years from
But
now.
Mysterio, though, is from Earth.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so that's just what they're playing with.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's just an illusionist.
And so that's why, actually, now you couldn't see the trailer, though, but the trailer shows all of this destruction and these monsters, which you're watching, and if you know Mysterio, it's like, that's all fake.
Yeah,
None of this is real.
which is cool, but I don't know how well they're gonna how they're gonna do this. But have you ever read Old Man Logan?
No.
So it's one of the kind of they talked about kind of doing the Logan movie based off of this, and it's a
Great movie, by the way.
futuristic world where Wolverine's old and he's slowly dying, but he hasn't killed anybody in 20 or so years. He hasn't pulled out his claws, nothing, right? And he's got to go on a mission with Hawkeye and blah, blah, blah. But the reason why he hasn't killed anyone in 20 years is because Mysterio tricked him one night to think that he was getting attacked. And he was trying to save the X-Men. And he was getting attacked by people attacking the mansion, the X-Men or whatever it's called. I forget what it's called. The house that the X-Men live in.
The Professor X's House of Excellence.
Yeah. The school.
School of Excellence.
Xavier's School, yeah.
School of truly gifted kids that
That's it.
have like cool shit.
I think
going
that
on
was
with
it,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it says at the front there, Professor X's cool shit that goes
Yeah.
on like fuck.
Fuck.
That's just
So
finishes with
anyway,
that.
so Wolverine is thinking that people are attacking, and he ends up killing all these people, but then Mysterio wakes him up, and he killed all the X-Men
Like in real life.
in real life.
Ooh.
So that was the thing. He thought he was killing bad guys, but he was actually murdering all the X-Men. So now it's 20 years in the future. It's a post-apocalyptic world, and Wolverine doesn't use his claws anymore, doesn't want to hurt anybody because he killed so many people. And obviously in the comic, he gets angry, kills people. It's fantastic. It's honestly one of the best graphic novels probably ever.
Watchmen.
Watchmen's good.
All right. Take your word for it.
Movie. There's a Watchmen TV show actually now.
Did not know that.
On HBO. I haven't watched it yet.
I know there's a Doom Patrol now too.
Yeah, that looked cheesy.
It looked very cheesy.
That was for the Doom. That was for the DC app.
Yeah.
Because there's a DC Universe app. So they made Doom Patrol, and then they just gave it to Crave because you can't get the DC app in Canada.
I like how everything DC does is just a heaping pile of poo.
Yeah. And people try and defend it, and it's like, it's not good.
You know what? Hey,
we want it to be
you
good.
got Batman with Christian Bale and Wonder Woman.
Those were good.
Those
and
were
Aquaman.
very good.
Aquaman's
I have not seen Aquaman. Was told it was really well. Really well
I
done.
wish you would come over and watch stuff because I've got a bunch of stuff on my Xbox upstairs.
You said it to me too to come over and watch things, but just the thought of sitting down and doing things or not doing things bothers me. I need to be doing something. I'll fold your laundry while we watch it.
Only if it's my delicates.
Sure.
Anyways, I went on a tangent. So Mysterio can obviously trick people's minds. So I think that's what Spider-Man's dealing with.
Well, yeah, and you can tell that from the trailer, which you haven't seen yet.
Yeah. So, but I'm wondering if he makes Spider-Man out to be a bad guy because he's tricking him, and
smart.
he's the good guy. And
Actually, and in the trailer, he wears the black Spider-Man suit.
yeah,
So
which is it? Looked like now I couldn't see that. I was like, that's a black suit. What is it like?
it looks like the Venom one, but it's not.
Okay.
It just looks like that.
Okay. I think that's just like a makeshift suit because he doesn't bring a suit to England,
No,
Italy.
he doesn't. You're right.
He says, because he says at one point in the first trailer,
I'm
right?
going on vacation.
I don't need this suit.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I'm not talking to you, Nick Fury.
all of his friends are dead.
Fury.
Oh, sorry, all his friends died in the snap.
We're dead, yes.
Now they're back, so
That's why they're
now
all the
it's
same
5 years
age.
in the future.
That's why
but
they're all the
like,
same
yeah.
age, though. That's the thing.
Which is like a little
MJ,
like,
the
cop
funny
out.
fat Filipino
Yeah.
kid. Yeah.
It's a cop out, but whatever. I like it.
I love his friend,
Yeah.
like the fat kid. I think he is probably one of my
Not Ed.
favorite characters.
Is it Ed?
Is
No.
it Ed? I have no idea.
I love that movie.
The
a
one
lot of
s-
people don't like it. I love it.
The one scene
Homecoming?
in Infinity War where he's like, "Yo, cause a distraction." He's like, "We're all gonna die." He's like, I actually laughed so hard because I'm like, that kid is the best.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into Infinity Endgame because you
Endgame.
called me on your way home from the movie.
Yeah,
You're like,
no, I was
have-
home. You were driving. Yeah.
I have things to talk about,
Yes.
which I appreciate. 'cause-
Which you actually kind of changed my mind.
because I had the same feelings leaving the movie that you did, and in the movie, and then I didn't sleep. I was only going to get 3 hours of sleep for work. I ended up getting an hour and a half. I felt great that whole day.
Probably.
And I worked that whole day, and all I thought about was Endgame.
Yeah.
And I thought about these
I
things.
still think about it. I want to see it again.
Yeah.
I actually, you know what sucks? I have a pair of tickets to see it tomorrow, but I'm gone to Toronto.
What time?
Noon, I think.
Oh, I can't.
I was gonna say if you want them.
I can't.
I actually, if I wasn't going to Toronto tomorrow, I would 100%
could-
go even by myself.
Why don't you just go and exchange the tickets?
Yeah, I could do that, couldn't I? I think it's like no refund kind of thing.
Oh, I'm sure they'll be fine with. I don't know. You might have just lost $30.
Not $30, man. It's Tuesday. It's like $10.
Okay, well then. I was wanting to go see Detective Pikachu so bad.
I heard you say this, and it
Yeah.
made me laugh. But you want to save your money to see it again.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Detective Pikachu when I'm in Toronto.
Oh, okay.
If I have an hour, or if I have like a 3-hour lull between
Yeah.
like meetings, I'm going to see it.
Now, so I want to see Detective Pikachu. I want to see Avengers Endgame again, but not this weekend. But next weekend, we're going to John Wick 3,
Next weekend, is that the wedding?
the 17th.
No,
Shit, it is the 17th. 17th's the Friday.
Is it-
18th's the wedding.
no, because I think their wedding is after. I've asked Shayna like 9 times.
The wedding's the
When
18th.
is the May long weekend?
I thought it was the 24th weekend.
When is the May long weekend? Let's find out.
It's Monday, May 6th,
It's not.
2019.
When is the May long weekend? I even have hold on. When is May 2-4 in Canada?
It's say Victoria Day weekend.
It's Saturday, May 2nd, 2020.
No, it's-
When
do
is
we- do we-
Victoria Day weekend?
Okay, thank you. That's a better one. When is Victoria Day weekend?
Victoria Day
The 17th, yeah.
starts on Friday.
So
May
we can go on the
7th.
Friday. Shut up. We can go on the Friday.
Oh yeah, because I won't work. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go see John Wick. Maybe we'll just stay in the theater and go watch. Oh, you. Yeah.
I'll see Pikachu twice if it's good. Dude, Pokemon, I can't...
That movie looks so good.
It does. Now, here's the thing with Pokemon.
We are not talking about Endgame.
We are not. Okay, how about this? We'll sum up Endgame with this. Endgame was awesome. Fat Thor weirded me out at first.
But then you fall in love.
I now like him when he had his beard.
Hulk is still a little weird, but I get it.
I didn't like what they did, but the thing is, though, I knew who Professor Hulk was going into that,
think
so I knew I was fine with that.
I think they only did it for the snap, so he could physically snap.
Yeah,
Because-
but I think if they had Big Hulk and said you got to snap this, you'd be like, "Ugh," he would still do it. I think he still would have,
Okay.
or he would go and like fight Thanos with the glove.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's.
I think they needed him to be smart, and I think they merged something from the comics, and it kind of just worked.
I have no problem with Professor Hulk. I knew who he was
Yeah.
going in.
And the Loki thing that you had a problem with it because he just disappeared.
He just disappears, which you were saying too. It goes towards like the actual like Netflix thing,
Yeah.
or not Netflix,
Disney
the
TV show, yeah.
TV show. I don't like how they didn't explain why Hulk wouldn't turn into Hulk in the last movie, Infinity War. Like obviously he was scared, but there were so many theories. They're like, oh, it's actually Loki is the reason why, or oh, he does like.
I think it's just also people thought about the Soul Stone and like a bunch of other things. I think we just overthought things.
Yeah, of course we did.
Yeah.
This is what I tried to kind of look back at it. Who the soul or the stone that was
Vision.
on Vision's head? Yeah. Where was that stone?
That's in Thanos' glove.
Yeah.
Where did it come from?
But where did they go back in time to get it?
Oh, it's from the Tesseract. Not the Tesseract. Loki's staff. So Captain America,
Yeah.
he steals the staff, goes in the elevator.
The Hail Hydra thing was funny though. But
Yeah, the Hail Hydra scene
Hydra,
because everyone's watching that like this is one of the greatest scenes
was
in
that
the
from
Avengers. Winter
Soldier.
where he fights people. He's like where he knows they're about to turn on him. And he goes, if anyone wants to get out now.
Yeah.
Which is the most badass line I think in all the movies.
Yeah, I agree. Was that also the movie? No, yeah. Was that the movie where all of a sudden he's grabbing the helicopter and like bicepping? Or was
That's
that
Civil War,
right?
That's my favorite. Yeah.
You and I saw that movie together.
Yes, we did. Yeah, I remember looking at you like,
Yeah. Started jerking each other off. Anyways, okay, so the Soul Stone. So sorry, the one that was on Vision's head. That's the Soul Stone, right?
yes, that came from Loki's staff.
Loki's staff. Okay, because Loki then had the staff
And the
stone
Tesseract.
and the Tesseract.
But he didn't know the stone was in
The staff.
the staff because Ultron takes the staff apart and he's like, silly humans don't know what they have
Okay, got it.
when he was making Vision. Yeah, so Captain America has it, goes in the elevator, says Hail Hydra, that's how he keeps it.
Yep.
Then fights.
Which again was a funny thing. Was a funny note though back to the comics when
Yeah.
he said Hail Hydra. That's
Yeah.
why everyone laughed in the theater, and I looked at shit. I'm like, that's funny. I'll tell you why.
And and then he fights himself, and
With the American ass.
with the American ass,
Yeah.
and so that's how they've got that. And the Tesseract also has another stone in it.
Got it.
Loki took it. That's why they go back in time.
Okay, because I was always confused if it was hey Matthew, say confused more. 5 stones or 6 stones.
Yeah.
There are 6 stones.
Yeah.
It only shows I'm getting 5.
There's actually some talk that, like, in the comics, now this is like, I remember looking into this, like, not in the original Infinity Gauntlet, Infinity Wars, and stuff like that, but there's in some other comic that they made a 7th stone that Captain Marvel was a part of, had to deal with, and like there was some talks that there was going to be the 7th stone to help fight Thanos, but they didn't end up using that because that was one of the theories as well.
Do you like, by the way, so I know you're not a big fan of Captain Marvel, and just because of her attitude, do you like how Thanos basically, like, she's like, haha, I got you, like, after breaking Thanos' hand, basically, and Thanos grabs the, like, stone and punches her in the face.
Yeah.
And basically showing, like, no, we didn't win. We did not win because of you, because you couldn't do there's 2 things we needed you to do. You didn't do both of them.
Yeah.
You didn't get the glove to that little machine thing, and also Thanos just knocked your fucking ass off.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it because it like I've gotten this. I got in an argument with Sam, Captain Marvel. I don't have a problem with Brie Larson. Like I see her in other things. I don't mind her.
You don't like Captain Marvel.
But then Fez brought up the point that if Captain Marvel was played by Charlize Theron, would you like it? And I'm like, yeah, I would. Like I don't get it. Like I don't know why I didn't.
Yeah, but
like
just because
it.
you like Charlie's, I don't know. Brie Larson has, I don't want to say a thing about her because she doesn't have a thing about her, but I can see why people would be annoyed. I liked her.
Yeah.
As Captain Marvel, I like Captain Marvel. I think she's awesome.
I liked the movie. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't mind her so much in the movie. I know a lot of people hated her in the Captain Marvel movie. I didn't mind it, but in Infinity War, I was like, oh, or Endgame, I was like,
Endgame.
oh, shut up. Like, you have
I thought
one stone. You're the power of one stone. That motherfucker's got 6 on his jab hand.
Yeah.
He's gonna fuck you up.
what I like
simple.
what I like about her though, this one of my favorite scenes was when Spider-Man is holding the glove and then he's like getting attacked and all of a sudden like she flies through a spaceship and
Yeah.
then through another spaceship and then comes like, oh, here, I want that glove. Gives the glove to Peter Parker gives the glove to her, and then there's a war, like a whole bunch
Yeah.
of different of their soldiers, and she goes, how are you gonna get through that? And besides the part with all the women Marvel characters coming in,
which I liked.
that's
Yeah.
fine. Oh yeah, I have no problem with that. What I laughed really hard at though was, what do you mean? How is she gonna get through? She just went through a spaceship twice.
Yeah.
She'll fly through those people. Don't worry, she's got it.
Yeah.
How
But
you
that's
gonna get
Peter
through
Parker.
that?
That's Tom Holland. Being
I know,
amazing,
but
yeah.
it wasn't even like Peter Parker thing though. That was a Marvel being like, how are you gonna get through that? It's like
Yeah.
we got her. It's like, oh, this is like, and again, I like that scene. I got goosebumps looking at that because it was a great
I didn't mind
scene.
that scene. It was the beginning. I just had a trouble with the beginning. Her in the beginning, like, oh, you didn't
Oh,
beat
yeah.
Thanos because you didn't have me. It's
Yeah,
like,
you didn't have me,
Well,
I
then
know.
where were you?
I know you had like a long time to get back here.
Yeah, you could go pretty fast.
What also bothered me too was the fact that why was it all of a sudden like people start disappearing? Where all of a sudden Nick Fury goes, "Oh, better call her." What about like Ultron was there not too long ago and he
That's
fucked it
just like
up.
a continuity thing.
That was like, okay. Do you remember when space opened up?
Yeah.
Why did you call
Where
her
were you
then?
there? Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, people started disappearing, and that's when he decides to.
that's when he's like, oh, something's going on. Final note: we have to talk about this before I go because I have to go home.
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie.
I didn't like. I want a Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I thought Jim Carrey looked cool.
Jim Carrey looks like a great Dr. Robotnik.
I thought he looked weird, but like
You know, did you hear what they're doing?
Yeah, and I love it because when the Ninja Turtles came out again with Michael Bay, I'm sorry to pull this around to the Ninja Turtles, but nobody liked the designs of it, especially me, and I had to live with it. And people had on the same thing on the internet.
I had no problem with the.
I
Ninja Turtles.
fucking hated it. And the Michael Bay ones, they didn't have noses. It was upsetting. People on the internet posted photos.
They don't even have noses there.
Yeah, they've got the big bubbly nose. Anyways,
No, they don't.
I'll show you some photos that people did on the internet and sent them in. And so this was going around on the internet, and it looked 1,000 times better with the classic Ninja Turtle nose instead of the weird turtle nose that they had.
Yeah.
And they didn't do anything. But the
You know,
fact
can I
that
tell you-
people redid this Sonic thing, and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna change it."
You know why
Love it.
though? So with Ninja Turtles, there were 4 of them. Sonic, there's 1. You just
Yeah.
got to change one of them. But did you see that? But you saw some of the fan art, right?
Yeah,
Where it's like,
it's incredible.
do that. Get the big iconic eyes.
Yeah.
I was watching SNL this week. They said with all the things happening right now with Trump and the government, the biggest thing people are complaining about is that Sonic has human teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I agree with them. I'll see the movie. I even said this. It is the most hated or most upset I've ever been about a movie that I'm going to see. I've never been more disappointed in the trailer, but I'm gonna still see it because
Yeah.
I love Sonic. Like since it was
Yeah.
my Sega Genesis was my game, right?
Do you think they're gonna make
Their
a like
console.
Yeah. Okay. So here's just like an improved. Oh shoot. Now, mind you,
Can I look it up? Because I'm not gonna break my thumb on glass.
just like you can kind of see it there.
let me
Maybe I'll send you a better photo. But anyways, thank you.
No, I like the one what they actually went with.
No.
It looks like a duck here. Improved fan version. Suck my dick. Improved fan version. Let's see here. Sonic improved. Let's see here. Improved trailer. No, let's see here. Yeah, they're gonna figure. Well, it's not showing any of them.
Here, look at the Leo one. But you're right. They had to do 4 turtles and.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but there was nothing wrong with the turtles.
Yeah.
I don't. But the
There
thing
was a
is,
lot wrong with Shredder. There was a lot wrong with those movies. The first one,
You like those movies, right? The Michael Bay
no.
ones?
I did
Oh no,
not.
you didn't.
The first one I thought was acceptable, and I liked it because I had nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
But the second one was just not good.
Yeah, see, I see, especially with Sonic. Yeah, he's got the big iconic eye. See, right here. See, that one right there is what I want to see.
Yeah. It looks great.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Because that looks like it
The
would
fact
still
that
be
they're
a
gonna
comic
go
and it
ba-
looks good.
And the shoes, they're changing, like the picture that, like
He's got,
Sonic
like, a
usually
bunch
got
of pairs of
really
shoes.
big shoes on.
Yeah.
And like in the movie, like his shoes are small. So I saw another fan art where they made his shoes big, and I was like, yeah, that's what I want.
I'll be honest with you. The actual one thing I'm concerned with, all that aside, is I don't want Dr. Robotnik, so Jim Carrey, to be too Jim Carrey.
Oh, he's gonna be Jim Carrey.
But again, I have no problem with Jim Carrey, but I don't want him to be too Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Like even in the trailer, where he all of a sudden he turns his head and starts saying things like, "He means you're basic." I'm like, oh my god, they're going with that Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Especially because Jim Carrey is like
Crazy.
crazy now.
Yeah.
And like he's on the and he's like, I want to do serious roles. Okay, we want to be Dr. Robotnik. Yep. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways.
Fun
Alright.
times.
Yeah,
was good.
we'll do this again with after we saw John Wick.
That's in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I am too. All right,
You're actually
Yeah.
you're the one who got me to John Wick.
I absolutely
because
know.
we saw the second one. No,
Together.
you maybe watched the first one. It was on Netflix. And
yeah.
then we watched the second
Then we
one.
went and saw the second one in
Yep.
theaters. Yeah, sweet. All right, I'll let you go because I should get going too.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Namaste.